Yes, good evening, everyone. My name is Daniel, and I'll be taking you through assignment 6 at the moment. Yes, this talks about the 6 dimensions of Hofstede, and I could basically define it as a framework used to understand different cultures across the globe, and I would say in different areas. Under this, I would actually say leaders need this quite an amount. They need this a little bit too much when it comes to them actually getting things done on field. One should know the type of people he's dealing with, how they actually do their things, and then they adjust accordingly. So under the 6 dimensions, we have power distance. In this situation, say as a country is being run, the top class will actually be doing a lot of the dictatorship and actually commanding which laws to pass, while the lower classes will be thinking these guys are actually not standing in for us. They're not making things work for us. How are we still at the same level we're operating at? So in case the distance is fairly huge, um, the middle class and lower class would actually be doubtful about what's actually happening. In case the gap is not so huge, you'd notice that most people actually do not mind such a situation, and they actually continue nicely. For the case of high power distance, I would give Malaysia as an example, while Denmark with the law. In this situation, Denmark actually handles a lot of, I'll give it services for the citizens. They pass laws that are actually not strict and putting them in a bad place, and it really works out nicely for them. While in Malaysia, the gap is quite huge, and the lower class, exactly as I mentioned earlier on, they're doubtful about whether the upper class actually have their interests at heart. Next, we have individualism and collectivism. Yes, now in this situation, I could actually make it simpler by using synonyms. Uh, I would just call it either a democracy or a communist setting. In this situation, individuals explore the degree to which people can be clustered and expected to take care of each other. When it comes to collectives and say commune-based business, the people stand for each other. When it's time to say take up a loan or something, they come and take a group loan. They basically have business done like that. While in the situation where it's more of individual, would notice that some people would work as hard and they actually reach a certain level, while others are literally trained on how to move forward in life and actually get things done. So when it comes to individualism versus collectivism, I would give the best examples as the United States of America and China. When, say, someone is to succeed, it's basically the person succeeding. However, now that's the case when it comes to America. In the situation of China, when one person wins, the whole group has won. Stuff like that. Then we move on to the third, masculinity and femininity. In this case, we look at how the structures have been set in society to move on with a better life. In this situation, the masculine, by masculine, I mean uh, there's order for starters. The people are actually the people would need to actually achieve certain goals and the like so that life could continue nicely for them and business works out like that. While for the case of communism, it's more of the collective, as I'd mentioned. The people come together and get business done, solve challenges and the like. Oh, I do apologize about that. Allow me rephrase. When it comes to masculinity, we look at aggression, we look at stiff competition, we look at targets and the like, things that propel the environment to actually move forward. Well, femininity, this is basically taking one around good health, positive systems, the like, things that keep the things that keep the people actually at bay. Via masculinity, I'd actually use Japan as an example. The people there are highly competitive because of, I'd actually give the population as a situation. In case you're not extraordinary, in a place where people are clocking a billion or over, you'd actually not survive as an individual. You need to be continuously self driven to actually get things done. And it's why we see quite a number of companies in Japan giving us cars, TVs, the whole lot of them. Then when it comes to femininity, I would utilize Sweden as our case study in this point. Now, when it comes to Sweden, they have health system sorted out to handle the people for starters. They have easy laws that actually govern business and lift them up. I can't exactly point one at the moment, but we could scrap that statement. And then that would basically be it. In situations where the government is putting up laws that are overly sensitive, I would say. Okay, sensitivity wouldn't be the word, but situations that actually care for the people, that would literally be where the feminine mindset of leadership comes in. Next, we have uncertainty and uncertainty avoidance. Certain people are actually comfortable with not knowing what's actually going to come, while others really freak out when it comes to it, having situations like how do I break this down? Now, the best would be an example, just to drop one in, would be Greece and Singapore. When it comes to the Greeks, they really just go with the flow. In this situation, as long as things are getting done, the people are okay. While in Singapore, it's fairly low. People are usually put into situations where they actually have to make things work, so they don't leave a lot of things to chance. They are, I wouldn't say, though no one is, I wouldn't say that they're interested in other minor things, but the moment someone is closing down on uncertainty, they're breaking down risk, and efficiency is actually fostered. Yes, then we have long-term and short-term goals. In this situation, leaders would actually verify from the public how they're actually handling business. Are they are they planning on a long-term say with businesses that will actually push people to the future and higher generations and uh, handle some money via the gross domestic product, or are they going to be myopic and actually just handle things around them? Those are the questions I'd actually pose. However, in this situation, again, the examples are the ones that bring everything to life. The USA would actually be a short term situation. Sometime back, via one of the documentaries I was watching, they say you have to fail fast enough so that you can actually succeed. The more you fail, the more you learn, the more you adjust and you move. Then, for the long term, I'd give South Korea as the basic bit of it. They put up systems that are more focused on development in the future. This kills the uncertainty among the citizens at the time. So that was basically why it's under that situation. Indulgence or restraint is another. In this situation, people can actually, how do I put it? People can come and move towards enjoyment, say celebrating life and the like, while others, those that are actually under restraint, would want to hold on to the gratification. They would leave it and let it be until it's really full enough and they benefit. When it comes to indulgence, Mexico is the quickest example because the people are lively, the people are up, the people would give it continuously, get into entertainment and the like. It's a really lively country. However, the Russians tend to practice restraint. Same story with the Buddhists and the monks. Those individuals tend to push gratification to the future so as to gain themselves as men. Yes, and finally, a quick adjustment and understanding of different cultures from the analysis is actually a bit that all leaders should consider. It digs deeper into how people actually think, and it raises their chances of actually leading with success. I appreciate you for your time. I hope to see you next week.